is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They go to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Shakes off the defender. At midfield, he's got room. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Watkins. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Get set, go!
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Fires to the right. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing these pads.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for space. It's Young. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A&M offense goes back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Texas A&M going up tempo. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No huddle, offense to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll go to the ground. Still running at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And again, game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Lee, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. Harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass for a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. On the move. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Hamilton. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired. complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Patterson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Complete in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. On the move to the right, and looking for a big one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. To throw, it's Applewhite. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground with the back. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's locked in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him.
There he goes. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. It's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. They just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense. You're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Norman. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game, too, as complete a win as they've had for some time. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's the handoff. Looking for room at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Gets loose in the middle. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, fall right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Irish. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Butler. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Turning it on. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no huddle.
Looking downfield on first down. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. Myers on the move. Finds his man. It's Watkins. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. He might want another play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry up. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Up by one, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out to the back. Into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Wilson to pass. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first down. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Norman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. In the middle, it's Watkins. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. The give out of the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Aggie! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up 14 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wilson will throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Unleashes one. Connection to the right. And he's dragged down.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Keeps looking downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
It's good. All tied up here in the fourth quarter. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. He wants to throw it again. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wilson to pass. This time he's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Young. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They strike first in overtime.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Patterson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Got decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket.